What we got is a bait rig's oddball jig. They're an excellent stand-up jig. When they go down the bottom, your hook's up and they're less snagging with that. This is the new Berkeley Tournament Strength shad body. We're going to attach this here. We're going to do a little vertical jigging. When you're tying the knot, you always want to use a good knot, and about the best one, the easiest one, is the polymer knot. You take a double line and stick it through the eye of the hook or jig, whichever you're using, and then it gets pretty simple. It's just basically a nice overhand knot. You take the loop and stick your lure through there and slide it down, and of course you always moisten your line, slide it down and snip off the end, and you're all ready to go fishing. One thing important to remember about jigs and jig size is always go big enough that you're sure you're hitting the bottom. A lot of guys will try to go too light, and the bottom contact is really important when you're slipping on and fishing on the river. You got to make sure you're hitting the bottom. That's where the fish are at.
Good job, John. Now, what did you catch that one on?
My secret weapon.
Oddball?
Yeah.
Bait rigs with a
chartreuse twister tail. You ready?
Yep.
Cool, finally, huh? Fish on.
Well, what effect do the barges have on sauger fishing, John?
Well, usually they'll mess them up, but once in a while they'll make them more active when they go by.
A lot of times the action from the prop and stuff will actually stir the fish up. Occasionally you'll get a bite right when they go through, so you got to just watch and see what's happening that day.
What we're doing is called pulling. We're going to drop down these three-way rigs. Here in Illinois, you're allowed to use two different hooks. So we have a floater there and a regular hook with a bead in front of it. And of course we have the Lindy nose snag sinker. The Lindy nose snag sinker is really a plus here on the Illinois. It's really a plus here on the Illinois where you lose a lot of rigs. The Lindy nose snag sinker will not snag up. We haven't snagged one yet. So we run along and we hold this in our hands and just slowly pick it up and down, up and down, up and down till you feel a bite. And as you can see, it's going to run real close to the bottom with that. Got about a 2 foot long leader right there. And that's really about all there is to it. There's not a whole lot to this presentation. And you would be surprised at the amount of fish you catch in there. You're just pulling our boat slowly upstream with the trolling motor. Just right on the bottom. And that's really all there is to it.
Yeah. Going from bad to worse. Good fish, man.
Yeah, right on the 3-0.
Wow.
We gotta get your picture. You're a fish.
I don't know.
Look at catch fish and run the camera too.
That's great.
Pretty good deal, huh?
Yep, good
Nice.
deal.
Look at this. The babies, that's our future right here. Gotta let this baby go. Ready?
Ready? Let me get upside here. Whoops.
All right, man.
All right, nice deal.
Hi there, I'm Jay Angel with a tackle tip. One of the things that has really revolutionized trolling in the last 10 years has been the invention of the side planer. This is a side planer. What you do is you clip this on your line with this clip right here, and then you run it down to this clip, and you put it out. You put your board out inside your boat. You can run this anywhere from 100 feet. Put another one at 50 feet, put another one at 25 feet. If you're in Wisconsin, you can run three different poles out. The reason you use side planers, two main reasons. Number one, if you're fishing shallow water, the noise of your outboard can scare fish away. And number two, if you have out 6 lines, like if you're in Wisconsin, you're covering a lot more horizontal water. And also you can cover more vertical water with six lines out, as I'm sure you can see. One of the new things that they have on planer boards now is called a tattle flag. You see this clip back here, you clip that to your line, clip this to your pole, this one to your line, and when something bites that, your flag goes down. Another great advantage of the tattle flag is if you're fishing a real weedy area and you get piled up with weeds, it'll go down partially. Or if you're plagued with a lot of small fish, like in the Great Lakes you have your gobies now, or a lot of your smaller lakes you have perch, like Saginaw Bay, you have a lot of perch you're going to get there. You can tell if you have a perch on now. You know, I've had the problem before with dragging around a small fish for miles, not knowing that I have it on there, because it's not heavy enough to pull the board back like a big walleye would. So now that you have the tattle flag, you have a lot more sensitivity. You can really tell what's going on with your boards now. I have these on all of my planer boards now, and I highly recommend you. If you want to troll, definitely get side planers. It makes it a whole lot easier. Big thing that side planers do for us is, you know, even with long lining, if you have 300 feet back, those fish only have a couple of minutes, maybe even a couple of seconds, depending on how fast you're trolling, to really get calmed down and come back into the place after your outboards run over them. But with these things on, if you have these things 100 feet out, they're not going to even know you're there, and you got them.